Yo everyone, I'm Serious JT and welcome to my first iRacing video. We're at the Hungaroring in the Ferrari 488 Evos. It's a fixed setup. Qualified P4, which I'm pretty proud of. We're just kind of waiting for everybody to join in before we can take the green flag here. Since this will be my first iRacing video here, I am doing a post-race commentary on this. I've wanted to do commentaries on races where things happen that I can either learn myself, that other people can learn from, or just, weird stuff happens. So with more of these coming in the future, kind of expect that kind of format. That's not to say I won't stream iRacing at some point, but yeah, so we're moving here. For those who don't know how the start procedure works with these, the pace car determines the pace, obviously, until a certain point. Then he pulls off, and the driver in P1 determines the pace. So you'll see here, once the pace car is gone, he goes. But he is the pace car now. So you got to be ready for that if you're new to this kind of starting procedure. So we're at green lights. So we're still in P4. Got a little bit of a shaky start. P6 behind us isn't really a threat, and P2 gets dumped. Or actually, he was P1 at the time. Now he's P nothing. But the first lap, he's always got those first lap jitters. Kind of just don't do anything stupid, keep out of trouble. I am almost getting the back of this guy. But we're just kind of, feeling the track, feeling how everybody's aggressiveness is. And we'll kind of settle in and see where things go. The goal of lap 1 is always to survive. Like, you don't have to be aggressive, just keep your nose out of trouble, and usually good things will come to you. And you'll see in the relative in the bottom right, it's a 15-minute race. So, well, I guess it says it about 7 laps-ish, something like that. Oh, another spin. So we're from P4, we've made it to P2 without having to overtake anybody. So that's nice. So let's see if we can catch this guy. There's a lot of time you can gain or lose in the back half of this track, just due to how technical it is with the chicane and the long flowing turns, especially. A little bit of a moment there. A little oversteer on the corner exit, but caught it. Okay. Lap 1 complete. 2 passes done. We're looking pretty good. P1 looks to be faster than us, so my main concern at this point is P3 catching up to me, but we're maintaining the gap, so well, it looks like he messed up a little bit there. Gained a bunch of time. That's one advice I'd give anybody getting into iRacing is survive lap 1, settle in, hit your marks, and then look for overtakes. Don't worry about overtaking anybody unless they give it to you, because you don't want to be, that guy causing a huge wreck or, knocking somebody out of a race, getting that 4X, or knocking yourself out of the race too. So P3 has gained a little bit of time on us. It fluctuates between like 1.5 and a second. And we're kind of keeping up with P1 with Shellman. And once the tires come up to temperature, we can be a little bit more brave in these turns, but as this race goes on, I've noticed there are sections of the track I am much faster than Shellman, and Shellman is much faster than me. Coming out of this turn into turn 1, I felt like I gained a bunch of time on him, but then going into the sector 2 with the chicane, he was much better at me than that. It looks like we got Cody in the pits. That's unfortunate. So our gap to P3 is up to almost 2 seconds now. Yeah, look at the time drop to Shellman out of that turn. It's like 4/10 in one turn. Oh, big moment there. I honestly thought I was done. I'm very surprised that I was able to catch that one. I kind of forgot that happened during the race, I'm not gonna lie. That was, yeah, that was a brown pants moment. And we really didn't lose much time. We lost maybe 3/10 due to that oversteer. So got lucky. Dak also is in P3 much better at the back half of the track than I am. So we've reached about halfway through into the race at this point. Like I said, it's been somewhat boring apart from lap 1. We've maintained a close enough gap to P1. P3 doesn't look like he's going to be catching up anytime soon, so it's kind of looking like a somewhat boring race. Apart from some of the oversteer moments like corner exit I'm having. I should go and look at what Eric's doing in that turn 1. That was almost, what, half second? You catch up on him in C1? That turn is always so scary to take flat out. If you don't get the turn in right on that, you go too wide and get an off track, or even worse. This one too. It's one scary turn into another on this track. But when you nail it, it feels so good. So we're about in a 5-second dead man zone here. 2.5 in front, 2.5 behind. And Shellman is way better at this part of the track than I am. He gains that time back and more in the T1 in this back half. So I'm reaching the end of the 4th lap. At this point, it's like, okay, I'll settle for P2. P2's more than good enough. I qualified P4. I didn't hit anybody. So things are looking, boring, but good. It was a good race. Didn't crash. That's also good. And my sole focus now is to catch up to Eric here. If it's possible. He's going to have to make a huge mistake. A little bit smoother through here. He's opened up a gap again. Oh! Eric spun! And we've taken P1. I'm pretty sure he dipped a tire in the grass in the braking zone. At least that's what it looked like from my point of view. We should probably go back and check that. I did that exact same thing in practice. Not on that turn. I think it was T1. I dipped a slight tire into the grass, and it just whips you around. You had no shot of recovering. So at this point, I'm panicking, as one does. Like, okay, I'm about to get an iRacing win. This guy's faster than me. He managed to recover to 2.5 seconds behind. Keep it smooth. I didn't have the relative up with the time left, so I didn't really know how many laps I had. I knew it wasn't many, but you know, you're always, when you're in P1, you're always praying for that white flag, right? Last lap. But yeah, I was like, okay, keep it smooth. And then on this straight, I was like, okay, assessing how much time is he behind. I know I'm faster than him into T1. So use that advantage, carry it out through the rest of the lap, and just maintain that gap. He is faster, but he's not 2 seconds faster in one lap. So he needs at least another lap and a half to catch me. And then I just gotta defend. And that's what we're gonna do. Look at the time climb into this section. That's why sim racing's so much fun. It's a cat and mouse game sometimes. Okay, we're coming up on Cody again, 50 seconds ahead. Poor guy's had a go of it. And he's also got Evan now behind him. We don't have Dak anymore. He's got the gap under 2 seconds. And the reason you'd want to keep it smooth in this situation too, you don't have to push too hard. Make him push. Make him make another mistake. That's all I was focusing on. I'd hit the breaking points, stop looking at the time, make him catch you, not the other way around. Okay, so we're back on the main straight. White flag. We're gonna get the white flag here. Got the white flag. So we got one lap. He's 1.6 seconds behind. We're getting T1. Opening the gap a little bit. Although he had a much better T1 this time. So it wasn't as much of a time gain for me. It's up over again 2 seconds, but I knew in this section it's gonna drop by 3 or 4 tenths, maybe even more. But at this point, it's going to take a mistake for me for him to pass me to take the win. And you'll notice, too, my steering inputs are much more smooth than from the beginning of the race. That was the difference between me pushing a little bit and me just trying to... Smooth is fast, as they say. For 1.3 seconds. The time has elapsed. Oh, actually, I was wrong before. We still have one more lap. Oh, shit. Okay. I was reading the time wrong. Again, I just loaded up this replay after the race, so I kind of forget where things were at the time. So we still got one more lap, and he's 1 second behind. And we... Oh, man. It's actually tensing me up a little bit. So 1.6, we're growing it a little bit. Oh, another moment. See, that turn is sketchy. With the gap at 1.5 seconds, I know, okay, there's no way he's going to make up at 1.5 seconds. He's not going to make his lap time 1.5 seconds faster for me at this point. We've had pretty consistent lap times between each other. So, when I could see him in the mirror, I know he's back there. Okay, he's running out of time to get up to me. And the time is growing. I think he had enough. He had enough. Going from P1 to P2. I think he had enough. I can't tell. Okay, well I was way wrong on the laps. I was completely wrong. Now this is the last lap. Man. Maybe I should have watched this before I did commentary over it. I suppose that makes sense. I didn't take the line. Okay, yeah, it makes a little bit more sense. But as I said before, we're 2 seconds up on him. He must have made a mistake then into one of those turns in the Sector 3. Ooh, little. Didn't go deep enough there. It's up to 2.4. I don't think there's really any way he can catch me apart from a huge mistake, and that was the only thing going through my mind right now. I'm like, alright, even if you have to go down an extra gear through these turns, like, make the turn, get on the straight and mash the throttle. It's up over to 4.5 seconds now. So this is an easy win. All overtakes based on skill, but a little bit of moment there, but it's all good. P1. Yeah, this is my 4th win in iRacing. First in the Ferrari, and I was quite proud of it. I was very happy. Did the celebratory drive by the pit wall, of course, as they do. But I picked this one out, not obviously, oh yeah, Sirius, you won. Of course you picked it. Like, no, but what I wanted to show is that patience can pay off in iRacing. See, you don't have to do the crazy overtakes. You don't have to push real hard. Like, consistency and patience is what I'm learning in iRacing. But that's, I mean, obviously you can see that from the relative there. I'm only in a D license. Hope to be C by next season, which I think I will be. But yeah, it's in the rookie and D class, it's all about just patience and keeping your nose out of trouble. And again, I don't claim to be a sim racing god by any means, or an alien as they say, but I find iRacing fun as hell, not gonna lie. So if you guys like this, let me know in the comments. I mean, if you really like it, do the shill thing here, leave a like, and if you want more of it, subscribe. I'll be doing more of these, and hopefully I'll get a little bit better at them. Maybe I'll do some live commentary of a race. I think that'd be more fun. The problem is you never know if you're going to have a good race or not, and then it's just a curse fest, right? So cool. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.